Tuvimos la oportunidad de platicar con el reparto de Mujercitas, Saoirse, Ronan, Timothée, Chalamet y Florence Pugh. Esto es algo de lo que nos dijeron en exclusiva para El Heraldo.
Well, guys, thank you much for the interview, first of all. I think this is my favorite adaptation of Little Women.
Thank you.
Of all. What makes this story so timeless?
I think there's like in French, I would say un côté négatif et un côté positif, and that is, I think the negative or there are, I don't want to say prejudicial themes, but there are challenges that unfortunately I think women have to deal with today that would have rang true 150 years ago. And in an optimistic sense, that pursuit of artistry, the spirit of ascension, the importance of support and family and love and belief from others, but also from yourself, that all rings true in a positive light today.
Exactly. I saw the movie yesterday night, and I was keep thinking, it's a combination between something bittersweet and something very joyful.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's very strange to find an anecdote, a story with this element, you know, very well blended. You know what I mean? What were your reaction when you read the script for the first time?
I missed my childhood, actually, like straight away. Everything about the script is so nostalgic, and every single hint that you get of these girls' lives as they're older, you always get a flashback and a reminder of where that stemmed from and why they are like that now. And I think we do that throughout our lives all the time. Every single time I do anything, I always am reminded by why I'm like that. And I felt, I remember when I first read the script, the exact feeling that I was, I think, supposed to be feeling like when you watch the film is that I wanted to be with my siblings again. So it worked. Well done, Greta.
Yeah.
You have seen the movie, you guys?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
What were your reaction? It was the movie that you were having in your head when you were making it? It was better?
I mean, for for me, it was like, especially because I saw it in a theater alone for the first time. Greta has this way of talking about it way better than I could, but she says it's a cubist movie, and that's a sense I didn't get reading it, but that you as an audience member, you're in synchronization with every character, and that could be jarring in a movie sometimes when sometimes you're kind of like, wait, I was following, and she just built the world, so that was surprising to me, and I was also surprised that I was going to be. I knew, like, knowing Saoirse just in the material and acting with her, I knew I'd be moved by that stuff. But the stuff with Chris Cooper and those scenes, those were gut punches for me.
I think as well, just like I knew it was going to be brilliant. I just knew. But I think when it came to like the standard of filmmaking, like editorially, technically, that was even more impressive than I thought it would be. Like there's the way she plays with the timelines and that being non-linear and the very kind of delicate connections between past and present are done in such a beautiful way through the script but also through editing afterwards. And like when there's the whole Beth sequence when she's sick and there's a flash cut to a time that hasn't happened yet when her hand hits the banister, and then we cut back to the past and I knew what was coming, and then obviously a few minutes later you see Beth when she is much worse when she's older, and for her to play with shots from the past and the present like that was so beautiful and was so effective, and so I didn't know that she was going to do all of that quite as much with it, and I loved that.
Even the story takes place in the 19th century, it's very urgent, you know what I mean? I just keep thinking, somebody wrote this last week.
Yes, you're right.
Woman has to still fight for a place in the family, you know what I mean? I don't know.
You're right, there's an urgency. That's a really great way to describe it. The film is urgent and it's energetic, and there's frustration that's bubbling underneath all of the girls, I think. You know, they're taught to be kind and to be good and to be gracious with one another and the other people in their lives by Marmee. But they all have this frustration to either be understood, to be heard, or to achieve what they believe they can achieve, you know. So yeah, and I love that. I love that, and it was the same with Lady Bird. She never lets it drop. It just keeps moving on and on and on. It's great.
The movie is terrific, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.